Welcome back, everyone, to River and Sea, where today we are to look for some Urkhai villagers and defeat them. I'm going to see if I can defeat them on foot, but I may have to mount up in order to take care of some of them. Unfortunately, we also have these warriors in the area. Oh, look at this. They are. Well, actually, that's a pillager. They're all in a protective formation or something like that, it seems. Actually, this pillager is now alone. Now let's see if I could toss him a little bottle. I hope this will allow me to deal with them without too much trouble. Well, one thing for sure, it's definitely not without too much trouble. All right. Well, we've got one pillager there because the other one was apparently not a pillager. Now let's see if we can find any more of them. Every once in a while they decide, hey, let's gallop off just to make it difficult for Pine Leaf. Oh, you are really trying to make this annoying, aren't you? There you go. Ha 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 ha! Alright, gotcha that time. Well, let me be careful here. Oops. See how that works. Yeah, kill them with shanties. They're as far from the sea as you can get, right? Well, it might be possible to get further away from the sea, but you get the idea. There you go. Oop. Alright, that's four. I just need to find a couple more and we'll be done. I cleared out half a dozen pillagers.
There are not enough curses in the world for the invaders of the lands of Rohan.
You bear the telling marks of a skirmish, Pine-Sea. I trust it is done then. The Uruks have been fighting with great tenacity as of late, so I'm glad that their riders along the road have been quelled. Well, I don't think I've got every one of them, but got a good percentage.
There are not enough curses in the world for the invaders of the lands of Rohan.
You've done well, Pine-Sea. With these threats identified, then my people prepared for the journey, they can set off. You have saved me a great deal of time and provided my people with safe passage that they dearly needed. Their journey will take some time, but they will find the surest of safety with Aldburg. As for those threats to the north and south, I have much more to ask of you before I say my farewells to my wife and people. So, do not wander yet, friend. Okay, let's see. What do I get, though? I guess this is what I get.
Invaders have wrought this misery upon us.
Yeah, that is a bit of. Ooh, that's a nice upgrade. Okay. My people stand ready, Pine-Sea. I don't wish for them to delay any longer, for the sooner they depart, the sooner I can turn my efforts to defending Entwade once again. If you will allow me a few moments to say farewells to my people and to my beloved Leofled, I shall find you after they have begun their journey. Leoflod's a strong woman, of this I'm sure, and she will know how to handle things should any trouble arise on their journey. Okay. I'd say if an army of Uruks descend upon them, maybe not, but that's another matter. Pine-Sea, these new troubles my men spoke of, they're greatly concerning. I worry that the White Hand rallies for a great assault. Our foes shall not break the Entwade, not while I draw breath, but I fear for the folk upon the plains. The captain of my guard may not know of such threats, as he too has been distracted by the bustle of my people, but he has been told for the time to act to for the time to act draws near. Yes, if you would speak with him in the mead hall. Okay, I'll speak with Sirich, and to tell him it will be soon time to act upon the orcs. Oh, sir, it is time for us to prepare for the worst.
It's a sad thing to watch your lands die.
You bring ill tidings, traveler. You said its name's Pindsea? I knew of a great many threats in the Kingstead, including the Uruks to the north and west. But these orcs have crossed the shores. They complicate already a wide front of the Entwade. We will need to deal with these things soon. I will speak with my men of what's to be done to defend our settlement, and you should acquaint yourself with the map and notes on the table, while we wait for Eldritch's return. He will have much to say to Leoflad before he bids her farewell, so take as much time as you need. When you're able, speak with Womar, for he will be happy to talk to one as seasoned as yourself. All right, so let's start by looking at the notes. Let's see what we have in here. Notes and a map of the Westmont lay strewn about the table before you. The notes are primarily comprised of terse, unsent missives to Thane Magla of Middlemead and Reeve Fostred of Snowbourne, but one in particular calls for able-bodied men to ride to Theoden King's side in the Westfold. The map is heavily marked with numerous forces being noted in central and eastern Kingstead, and it also depicts the path of Eldritch's people through the southeastern Kingstead into the Eastfold. The largest threats are marked to the west and north of the Entwade, and the road to the northwest has been marked as overrun. Okay. That does not give me any warm fuzzy feelings, that's for sure. And so this is Womar.
Do you bring provisions?
You know much of the threats facing us for having arrived so recently, Pindsea. I means no offense, but I wish that the others had spoken with us sooner of such concerns, so that the plans might have already been formed. Our men in the field likely know well of such problems, so perhaps they have already begun to work against our foes. For my part, I have heard noises about the town at night, so I know not whence they came. I shall soon have to investigate those, but the others refuse to aid me. No matter, I have dealt with worse on my own. Sidrich has more to say to you, so I shall not keep you from the charge. Okay, Sidrich. Well, what else?
The White Wizard has taken everything from us.
Womar is young and untested, Pindsea. The last mysterious noise he heard was a chicken making a ruckus in a shed, so such an assertion is not new to me. His spirit is strong, though, and I know that in time he shall become a fine warrior. Oh, did I hear that? I believe Eldritch has returned, and the people have set off. You should speak with him below when you are able. All right? Now to speak with the Thane. Oh, this way. Well, sir, what's the plan?
The White Hand is wicked.
Leoflad and the others have begun their journey. I pray that their travel is swift and unhindered, and I shall send word to them in Aldburg when such time has afforded to me. Now then, let us speak of other matters, okay?
There are not enough curses in the world for the invaders of the lands of Rohan.
Leoflad and my people have set off to Aldburg, and my hope is that they shall arrive having encountered nary a trouble. Their safety weighs heavily upon me, friend. I have held the Wade for years, and I know not would not have sent them away if I saw not the danger approaching from all sides. Yet I wish Theoden had done more to aid us. He could have secured Kingstead before leaving us to fend for ourselves among many foes. As it stands, he has left his niece to handle the affairs here. But I think her no more likely to lead than him, even spared the venomous whisperings of Wormtongue. This, of course, brings me to you. You have come into our lands and aided my people well, as there are many matters to attend to in the Edwade, and all of them of dire importance. Without a concerted effort, there is no way that we can address them all before time runs out. So, in other words, you're getting the visiting hobbit to do them all, right? Okay. There are probably 28 different tasks that need to be done, and these are the 7 they decide to give to me. I mean, that's always a possibility, right?
We cannot wait for the darkness to abate.
Would you
Rohan must rally.
Traveler, would you do me a favor? Thane Eldridge has asked that the homes of those who departed today be boarded up to protect them from the assaults that our foes might launch. I would complete this task myself, but I am certain many others would like to prepare the defenses of the coming siege. Yeah. If you would aid us, I would already set out the planks near the homes that need to be boarded up. So all you have to do is hammer them into place. This will save us a great deal of time, friend. Okay. So I see. They're saying me to do all the dirty work that needs to be done while they're preparing for the siege. Okay, well, I guess that's going to be likely. What about Wilmar here?
We are a strong lot. We will survive.
As Sirich said, I have heard noises coming from the privies about the town in the night, but I have not been able to track their source. Sirich and the others think me mad, but I know that something has taken up hiding in the Entwade. If we are to secure the town as Edrich demands, would it not be reasonable to investigate such a thing? If you would humor me, I would be grateful for your kindness, and go into town and search the privies. I would think that people would be visiting them all the time, right? Really? Yes, I am certain the noise must be coming from one of them, but the sounds have come from a different direction each night, so you shall need to check them all. All right, check all the privies. Are you sure wasn't somebody needing to deal with some business, so to speak? I suppose I can secure some of the houses. I suspect that the chicken, yeah, they're going to become dinner. That's all I got to say. They're going to become dinner. Most likely for an orc. Alright, anything else here that needs boarding? Anything else here? Yes, this needs boarding. There you go. Well, I could do a better job if I were taller. Ah, is this one of the privies? No, that's somebody's shed. Never mind. Hello there. You have a problem out there?
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
As you have no doubt heard from Thane Eldridge, orcs have crossed the Wade into our lands from the Sucrofts. We know not what has driven them here, but they cannot remain, for their numbers will bolster the already sizable forces of the White Hand. They bear queerly adorned armor, but beneath it they appear frailer than most that we have seen thus far. It is my thought that Reeve Fosterus and his men drove them off, so I would imagine that Edrich would take him to task for not slaying all their number. We cannot abide with them so near the border. Right south of Edway's along the edge of the river and slay them. For now, how for now gaunt they appear, it may well be mercy for how well they get. Oh yes, okay. Well, we'll see about that.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
I also grow concerned for my men here. In Thane Eldritch's fervor to protect the crossing, we have forgotten that our crofters have gone and our rations must be preserved for the coming battle. In other times, such things were not a problem, but with the comings of the orcs from the Sucrofts, I fear that the easiest source of food may be at risk. I speak, of course, of fish. Along the river Entwarge, we have a great many nets in place to trap fish that swim downstream. However, the orcs are a rough, vile lot, and I worry that they have destroyed or befouled our fish and nets since they passed into our lands. If you would, venture to the river's edge and search the nets. If any fish remain, the men could benefit greatly from seeing them returned to the Entwade. Okay. All right, I guess I could deal with that. In fact, I see. Here are the orcs. Have I guess they're preparing to eat horse flesh or something. I mean, I suppose to the orcs that would be reasonable. Let's see what we got here. On the plains of Evermore. Okay, I guess the ring reads right in black. Okay, amidst the starved orcs of the Sucrofts, you have found a grim source of food sustaining them, the horses of the riders of Entwade. The fallen horses must have been stolen away from the wandering fields. These mighty steeds of the Rohirrim ill deserved such a fate, and should be buried on the plains of Kingstead. All right. Okay. There you go. And another slain horse. Whoops. Okay. That is number 3. Oh yeah, let's get rid. Your turn. Don't ask me how I managed to bury a horse so quickly. Aye! That looks nasty. Oh, fish! Oh, you think that with all this fish here... They're ignoring the fish. Okay. I mean, that does make my quest a little bit easier. But apparently they prefer horse flesh to fish. Okay. Well then, I guess we'll just have to see to it that they don't need any more horses. No, we have 2 more to bury. I see 1 more up ahead. And we might as well deal with an extra orc or 2 over and above the quota. Okay, good. Did he take care of you? And you? So I think what I need to do now, is bury the horses. And dealt with the orcs. It is time for us to head on back and report our success. There's still a bit more to do, such as searching the privies, but we can at least report success on the Orcish front to the Thane.
Invaders have wrought this misery upon us.
Ah, you've returned! Thank you for recovering these fish. With my people and our crofters gone to the south, the farms will not be as well kept as they had been, and we will need as many rations as we can muster, not to mention orcs probably fouling up the fields or something like that.
There are not enough curses in the world for the invaders of the lands of Rohan.
As for the orcs, I know not if Reed Fastrif drove them from his lands, but the orcs will find no safety here. You have removed another threat facing me and my men, and for that I'm grateful. Though I have no love for Theoden, the orcs of the White Mountains have long lain dead, and I shall not tolerate another orc on the plains of Kingstead. All right. Well, so, what is going on in the privies, and what are the tasks that need to be done? Oh yes, and let's finish boarding up those homes. We'll do all that in the next episode of River and Sea.